Hey guys, welcome back to the Friday Vlog, where we discuss activity that goes on here with the BuzWeaver channel. That includes things like current events, headlines that are in the news, pop culture, social media, technology, and items of interest that come up during the week that allow us to have a little bit of a dialogue. I want to welcome all of you guys from New Tech and, of course, all of you here on YouTube for your guys' continued support.
We start things off from ground news. Biden to pardon all prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possession. President Joe Biden is pardoning thousands of Americans convicted of simple possession of marijuana as his administration takes a dramatic step towards decriminalizing the drug and addressing charging practices that disproportionately impact people of color. Now, of course, if you are arrested for simple possession, it doesn't really matter what color you actually are because you will obviously be charged. So it is an interesting step in a particular direction. Now, of course, we're getting near the midterm, so Biden is trying to make a lot of different moves to essentially, and I say this kind of as objective as I can, to pander to certain groups of individuals, and this may be one of those particular avenues. And if you check out my shorts, you'll see the clips on Biden saying that he was raised in the black church, as well as being part of the raised in the Puerto Rican community as well. So these are, of course, all things that he's trying to say to rile up those individuals and, of course, to get those votes because we are nearing the midterm. From KITV4, ABC Honolulu, and you have to say it like that, by the way, just in case you were wondering why I did that. Biden to pardon all federal offenses of simple marijuana possession and first major steps towards decriminalization. And we'll get more into that here momentarily. Now, you're probably scratching your head going, but Buzz, aren't you a staunch conservative? Wouldn't this be something you would be against? Well, I am a staunch conservative, and I also believe in liberties and freedoms, or liberties and personal freedoms, as well as legislation. So I believe the people should decide. President Joe Biden is taking his first major steps towards decriminalizing marijuana, fulfilling a campaign pledge to erase prior federal possession convictions and beginning the process of potentially loosening federal classifications of the drug. Biden on Thursday will pardon all prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possession, a move that senior administration officials said would affect thousands of Americans charged with that crime. So it all depends on your personal preference when it comes to this particular thing. Now, you guys may be aware that I cover this product, or I cover hemp products on my channel, because in 2018 they passed the Farm Bill. And under the 2018 Farm Bill, hemp has been removed from the Controlled Substance Act and is now considered an agricultural product. So farmers can grow hemp, and labs and other industries can extract the hemp and create products very similar to what I cover here on the channel, like Delta 8, Delta 10, THC, HHC, THCO, and all these products are derived from hemp. Now, of course, YouTube does not allow me to monetize these because it's not legal in every state, at least for Delta 8, Delta 10, and so forth and so on, which is ironic because Colorado, it's legal for Delta 9, or cannabis, but because of regulations and mismanagement and laboratories and labs and vendors out there selling products that aren't necessarily up to particular standards, because even today, as they're developing and allowing for, well, of course, if you use medical marijuana, of course, that's all regulated. But as far as purchasing products and so forth, you want to make absolutely sure that you're getting it from a reputable label, a reputable brand that has third-party lab testing. And as you can see here, you can go and visit my channel. You just type in THC if you want to just do that. And of course, now having mentioned it, this video may be demonetized for even talking about it. But nonetheless, it is a very interesting move by the administration to decriminalize this from the federal level, because it's still illegal at a federal level. Now, Delta 8, Delta 8, Delta 10, THC, THCO, and all those are not against the law at the federal level. That's at the state level. Some states have outlawed Delta 8 and Delta 10, mainly because of, like I said, regulatory problems, not knowing whether or not the companies and businesses and industries out there are reputable. And so you got a lot of, just poorly created products out there, not to mention those things that come from China. But that's another conversation. But I'm curious what you guys think about this particular issue yourselves. Would you be for the decriminalization of marijuana? Should states go ahead and decriminalize marijuana? and then allow for levels of government control, dispensaries, and that sort of things to have them in each state. Because right now, as of now, of course, in my state of Georgia, and in most states in the United States, you can get Delta 8, you can get Delta 10, you can get HHC and THCO. So Delta 8 is kind of a milder form of Delta 9, so you don't have as much of the paranoia and anxiety and all that you would experience from Delta 9. Delta 10 is an even lighter version of Delta 8 and or Delta 9. And then HHC is an even lighter version of those two. And so THCO, for example, or HHC, which I do enjoy, they've been around actually since the 40s. But we can go into all those kinds of details when I do additional reviews on them. But that's what I have for you guys this Friday.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for this Friday vlog. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and the comments. Below this video, you can find the various social media links that I belong to, where you can see my daily post, as well as the Amazon link if you guys are Prime members or order frequently from Amazon. You guys can use that link, go to the landing page, and search for what you're looking for. And of course, it helps out the channel here in 2022. Thank you for the likes, the shares, for those on New Tech, as well as here on YouTube, and appearing right there on the screen for all of you watching on YouTube. That would be the channel icon. You can click on that to subscribe, as well as to select notifications. That way you know when there's content here on the channel. And I'll see all you guys right there behind that camera next week.